Stranger Things fans ready to return to Hawkins? Today, we're taking you on a thrilling journey back to the Upside Down with a full recap of all the strange events, supernatural mysteries, and unforgettable moments that have shaped our favorite crew's fight against the dark forces lurking in their small town. From Demogorgons to Mind Flayers and everything in between, this is your ultimate catch-up guide. So, grab your egos, turn off the lights, and let's dive back into the strange world of Hawkins. In the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things, the story kicks off with the mysterious disappearance of Will Byers in the small town of Hawkins, Indiana. In Season 1, Will's friends, Mike, Lucas, and Dustin, search for him, but instead discover 11, a girl with telekinetic powers who has escaped from a secretive government lab, Hawkins National Laboratory. The group learns that Will is trapped in a dark parallel dimension called the Upside Down, which is inhabited by a terrifying creature known as the Demogorgon. Will's mother, Joyce, begins to communicate with him through the lights in their home, leading to clues about his whereabouts. Jim Hopper, the town's police chief, becomes deeply involved in the investigation and uncovers the government's experiments in the lab. Meanwhile, 11 helps the boys in their quest to rescue Will, using her powers to locate him in the Upside Down. The season climaxes with 11 sacrificing herself to defeat the Demogorgon and save her friends, but she vanishes in the process. Will is rescued, but it's clear that his time in the Upside Down has had lasting effects on him.
Must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. What does it want?
Not me. Everyone else. Will! Wake up!
Aboard! Aboard!
In Season 2, Will struggles with terrifying visions and flashbacks to the Upside Down, and it becomes apparent that he is connected to a much larger threat, a monstrous being known as the Mind Flayer. This creature seeks to control Will and use him as a vessel to invade the real world. As Will's condition worsens, Joyce, Hopper, and Will's friends rally to figure out how to save him and stop the Mind Flayer's invasion. Meanwhile, 11, who has survived her battle with the Demogorgon, is in hiding under Hopper's care. She embarks on a personal journey to learn more about her past, discovering her true identity as Jane Ives and meeting her sister, Kylie, another person with special abilities. The two share a bond, but 11 ultimately returns to Hawkins to protect her friends. The season culminates in an epic showdown where 11 closes the massive gate to the Upside Down beneath Hawkins' lab, cutting off the Mind Flayer's control over Will and seemingly ending the immediate threat. However, the season ends ominously as the Mind Flayer is shown looming over Hawkins from the Upside Down, foreshadowing more danger to come. Stranger Things Season 3, the story moves to the summer of 1985, where the town of Hawkins is buzzing with the excitement of a newly opened Starcourt Mall. However, beneath the surface, new dangers arise. Dustin discovers a secret Soviet transmission that leads the gang to uncover a hidden Russian lab beneath the mall, where scientists are attempting to reopen the gate to the Upside Down. Meanwhile, the Mind Flayer returns, this time taking physical form by possessing rats and eventually Hawkins' residents, including Billy Hargrove. Billy, who becomes one of the Mind Flayer's primary hosts, abducts several townspeople to build the creature's body. As the monster grows, the group realizes the Mind Flayer is back, and it's seeking revenge on Eleven, who closed the gate at the end of Season 2. Eleven, Mike, Max, and the rest of the group engage in a tense battle against the Mind Flayer and its possessed human allies. One of the emotional highlights of Season 3 is Billy's arc, where his tragic backstory is revealed. In the final confrontation, Billy sacrifices himself to protect Eleven and his stepsister, Max. Meanwhile, Hopper and Joyce infiltrate the Russian lab to shut down the gate. During a climactic fight, Hopper is seemingly killed when the machine explodes, destroying the gate to the Upside Down. However, in the post-credits scene, it's hinted that Hopper is alive and imprisoned in Russia. The season ends with a bittersweet tone, as Eleven loses her powers, and Joyce, Will, and Eleven decide to leave Hawkins to start a new life elsewhere.
Everything.
I relocated you guys far from Hawkins.
I was put here for some other reason. Maybe I can still help, even if it's the last thing I do.
Hawkins is cursed. They're not way off.
Season 4, released in 2 parts, expands the story significantly. Hopper, it's confirmed, is alive but imprisoned in a Soviet labor camp where he is forced to fight a Demogorgon. Joyce and Murray hatch a plan to rescue him, eventually traveling to Russia to free him. Back in Hawkins, a new supernatural threat emerges. Vecna, a powerful being from the Upside Down who begins murdering teenagers. The gang learns that Vecna is actually Henry Creel, the first test subject in Dr. Brenner's experiments and the origin of the Upside Down's connection to Hawkins. As Vecna terrorizes Hawkins, Max becomes one of his targets, leading to an iconic moment where Kate Bush's running up that hill helps her escape Vecna's control. Meanwhile, Eleven regains her powers after confronting her traumatic past, where it's revealed that she was responsible for banishing Henry to the Upside Down, turning him into Vecna. The season ends with Max critically injured and Hawkins left on the brink of destruction as Vecna's plan to merge the Upside Down with the real world takes hold.